First opened back in 1975. There's a look inside the iconic Mercedes-Benz Superdome in downtown New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Hey, Sam off.
They'll run here with a former Steeler. This is Le'Veon Bell. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. Second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result. Negative yardage.
Look at me. Zipper.
I got you. 58, boys, 58, 58, Mike.
Now.
On play action, they'll throw. Eluding the pressure right. And going deep for Hill. Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he's going to be taken down here with a penalty flag on the field. Now, that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They'll come up now on a second and long after the hold.
58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go, here we go. 58.
From the shotgun, he'll look to throw. And I think that one might have been intercepted, but he will be ruled out of bounds. So this will go only as incomplete.
I don't care what game it is. Everyone's always looking for an early advantage, an early break, and they almost had one there. That should have been an interception. Nice catch. Just couldn't get his feet down in bounds.
And offensively lucky to have that one back. And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is third and long. Back to throw. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 39. And his crew will take over with a football at the 35-yard line. And he may want to track down that football because that's interception number 1 on his career.
You're saying that's going into the trophy case?
I'd put it there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. That's when you ask the equipment guys to make sure they hold it for you after the game. But if you play in the back 7 on defense, that's part of your job, finding ways to take the ball away from the other team.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Oh, the jet sweep to start the drive. It's Patrick Robinson there on the stop.
I'm not sure that you'd call it a trick play, but they definitely showed some imagination there. I wouldn't be surprised if they want to come back and show this play a few more times before this one is over.
From the 31, Prescott. This one complete to Christian Kirk. A gain of 10, first down, Arizona.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. on second down and 4. Prescott. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. And the return just out across the 15 to the 16-yard line. So a pretty shaky start here for both sides.
Yeah, each quarterback's throwing the ball to the other team. Do you think on both sidelines they're sitting them down and saying, okay, remember, this is the color jersey we're wearing. They're wearing the other color. Let's make sure we get it to our guys, please.
And he'll get this up to the 34-yard line. Now it looks like we'll get a timeout as there's a Saints player down here on the field. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside.
Set. 10 Lobo.
It's our time. It's our time.
Big Griffin. Big Griffin.
This is Chris Carson, 1,000-yard rusher a year ago. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
58, come on.
Get it.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. It'll be a Saints first down on a pickup of 13.
Leo.
You better be a first down. Check 13. Check 13. Whip.
Five.
Now a first down carry by Bell. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4.
All right, Brand, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
Here we go. Set. 60 outlaw.
Here we go, D. Get off the field. No.
Hey, Jet.
Let's go.
On second down, it's Bell. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. 7 yards there and a first down.
Come on.
Boy, he does it at a high level, doesn't he? Because when I watch him, I think of his vision. Straight ahead, peripheral. Also has that sense of where holes are going to be before they actually open.
Rush coming, and he's taken down.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
Now this one over the middle into the hands of his tight end, complete. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. They were in zone defensively, went with a crossing route. It's always interesting to watch that chess match.
Yeah, and I think safeties don't mind crossing routes against zone because eventually you're going to run into their territory, and that's when they lick their chops in order to get the big hit or play on the ball.
Offensively, nice execution to find a hole, make the catch. Now a third down throw, but it misses the target, incomplete. And no move to get the offense off the field. They're going on 4th and 5.
Hey, 58 is the money. Go, 58 is the money. Got you.
Hey.
I got you, son. 58, right over there. Yeah.
Yeah.
Out of the gun, they'll look to throw. He's got Lockett. And taking it to the 15-yard line before he's brought down. 17 there and a New Orleans first down. We're scoreless after one.
Go. 18 Gators. Fair. Shoot.
They'll run on first down. It's Bell. And he's brought down just outside of the 10 at the 11. Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it second down.
Alpha.
2nd and 6. That's complete. It's Bell. No gain there, and it's going to bring up a third down. Now, the old pass completion for no gain, not something you want to call up out of the playbook too often.
Yeah, most offensive coordinators don't have that on their play sheet, so they've got to go back and scramble after this one. But right now, with what they're telling receivers about making sure you take care of the ball in open field, sometimes the fighting for extra yardage doesn't come as a result.
And he's got it. Touchdown, Saints. Le'Veon Bell, his 6th touchdown of the season, as his guys are first onto the scoreboard here this afternoon. Lutz with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Morstead out now following the touchdown to kick. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take this one near the 25, call it the 26-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? On 2nd down, Freeman. That one, a first down pickup of 8.
We use the word relentless a lot with guys who are aggressive on the field. In this case, it really fits, doesn't it? How about his ability to break tackles and his feet never stop moving?
Now Prescott. He's going deep for Brown. And that's caught inside the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Antonio Brown. His 5th touchdown now on the year, as they are now on the board here in the first half. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll wind up about 4 yards shy of where he would have been if he had taken a knee, as they'll start at the 21-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
They're going to look to throw. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Dominic Rodgers-Cromartie. So good they had to name him twice, and he gets a sack.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
Hey, you.
58's the mic.
Yeah, let's get sack lunch.
2nd and long. They'll let this go for the end zone. And oh, it'll be intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick. And nothing there on the return. They've got the football, but they'll have to start this drive at their own 4-yard line.
Oh, and that's a nice job defensively to get a piece of the football. He's going to pop it into the air, and then it's the tip drill. And good concentration by him to react to it and pull in the interception.
The drive will start with a carry by Devontae Freeman. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 2, and it'll be 2nd down. So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Kill. 47.
Out of his end zone, Prescott. And that is intercepted by the Pro Bowler, Jalen Ramsey. From their own 2, Charles, they opted to throw it instead of run it. We saw the outcome.
And I think what a lot of teams count on is defenses to stack the line of scrimmage, trying to force a safety or force a turnover there. But if you've got a good defensive front, he just allowed them to play the run, and everyone else stays ready, and they were, and they picked that one off.
They'll run it with Bell. Le'Veon Bell, kiss him goodbye. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Le'Veon Bell with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Saints able to stretch that lead out further. What's good on the extra point? And that makes the score 14-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They trail a one-score deficit, 14-7, as they come up 1st and 10. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's obviously a bit of a shorter running back. Sometimes when he goes up the middle like that, he gets lost in there, and then he pops out for 10, 20 yards.
I actually asked NFL linebackers if that was true. Do you actually lose sight of some of the smaller running backs? And all of them confirmed that that can be a problem. Think of it this way. 2 of the top running backs in NFL history, Emmitt Smith, Barry Sanders, both 5'10".
Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
Check nickel, nickel, nickel. Check, go to 54, go to 54.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down. Prescott from the gun. Open man, Smith-Schuster, it's complete. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a 1st down. Prescott now 7 of 10 here in this first half, and he's got a 1st and 10. To the air again, Prescott going top shelf for Smith-Schuster. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete. Juju Smith-Schuster the target once again, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
46, 46.
Prescott yet again. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. P.J. Williams with a pick. There he goes left side. And he'll score. Touchdown, New Orleans. I don't know who all is to blame there, but I love seeing pick sixes.
Nothing like seeing someone pluck it out of the air and go the other way and see people try to change directions. Hard to do.
Lutz with the extra point, and it's now 21-7. That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been, and he's simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And you're under a minute to go in the half. The first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play there? Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this first half. Well, they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21. And a pretty good run, all things considered. Probably would have liked that in the first quarter instead of right now as the clock continues to run. Now the Cards going to call another timeout, their second. as they'll stop the clock with 24 seconds to go in this first half. Able to find Isabella. The Cardinals forced to burn their third and final timeout as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half.
Quit talking about it and bring it.
Hey, 47.
First down, Prescott. He's going to loft one deep left side here. It's caught inside the 25. Touchdown, Cardinals. Andy Isabella as the first half is winding down, as his guys are back within a quarter. And remember, Charles, they're going to get the ball to start quarter number 3 as well.
So what you're saying is if they take the ball down to start the second half and score again, it could change the entire complexion of this game, couldn't it?
Absolutely. And they're out of timeouts, remember, so this is going to have to be a delay. That's going to set them back 5 yards. Gonzalez now to add the extra point. It's up and good. This becomes a 21-14 ball game now. This game back within a touchdown now as the kickoff's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The Saints offense on the field ready to get their drive started. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah, or they can even run a screen. You know, something they feel is somewhat safe that might actually pop and turn into a big play. That's what you usually run in this situation.
Or go 4 verticals because why not?
Because you're feeling it, right? You're just feeling it.
They'll throw now on the final play. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. So we have reached halftime with a touchdown. That's the difference on the scoreboard. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach. Okay, Coach. Appreciate it. A 1-touchdown game here as we get set to resume play in the second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. That'll be taken in the end zone. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
The Cardinals take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works. On 2nd and 7, Prescott toward the center of the field, but it's incomplete. It was DJ Swearinger right there on the coverage.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just drop to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
On 3rd down, it's Prescott. And he hits his tight end, Ebron. And they're able to get this one across the 35. That goes for 14 yards. First down, Cardinals. Prescott now 11 of 17 passing thus far. He's got his guys a 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Prescott. He's got Freeman here. It's complete. 5 yards on the pickup, and it'll make it a 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
Let's go, defense.
Out of the gun, they give to Freeman. And he'll get it into enemy territory just across midfield at the 49. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down.
That's a good, nice, crisp run for a 1st down. I wonder if the defense might have been loosened up a little bit, maybe anticipating a pass instead of the run that they got.
Looks like he's going to get a couple here on this 1st down carry, and that'll make it 2nd and 8. Demario Davis there on the stop.
That's a good play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball. Held him to a gain of 2. And that changes the playbook a little bit now for the guy calling plays. 2nd and 8. Now he's got to probably think about going to the air instead of maybe staying with the ground game.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. Andy Isabella was the intended target, and it's 3rd down.
Kill.
47's the mic. 47's the mic. I can't believe they let you play.
From the shotgun, it's Prescott. And this is going to be another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Saints' 34-yard line. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. This will be caught by Brown. Touchdown, Cardinals. Antonio Brown with his 2nd TD of the game, his 6th on the year. As they are an extra point away now from tying this football game. Gonzalez good on the extra point, and we are tied at 21. So we're right back where we started, all even as the kick's away. This is taken about 7 yards deep. They'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. First half showed us some pretty good offense. Tie game, we'll see what the second half brings.
And it'll be interesting because I think both sides feel pretty good about what their offenses are doing. Got to wonder what adjustments are being made defensively to try and get a spark and maybe slow down the other side.
But here, do you change up anything on this opening drive?
Not offensively, you don't. You got everything going your way. You're probably prepared for maybe some change-ups you might expect, but overall, you like what your game plan's showing you.
A 3-yard pickup on 2nd and 4. Now they'll need to convert here on 3rd and a little more than a yard.
He's crashing. He's checking crash. Hey, check 24. Watch 24.
They'll try and run for it with Bell. And the lane closes quickly for Bell, and he did not make it. No gain on the play there. A nice job defensively, and it likely forces a punt situation on 4th. And how about this one now? In their own territory, a gutsy call. They're going to go for this on 4th and a yard. They'll try and throw for it here. He is going to find Hill here. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. They only needed a few inches, but still some anxious moments there, but they do convert on 4th. They'll look to throw now on 1st down. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Tyler Lockett was the target there. And now it's 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
It's our field. Hey, it's our house. 58's the money.
Hey, exit.
Come on. Hey, let's get some penetration here.
Get it.
They'll drop the throw. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Buda Baker with a pick. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. The last possession, these guys were able to tie the game with a touchdown, and now they'll have a chance to move out in front.
Yeah, let's give a big assist to the defense who got the ball back. The special teams went out there, handled things. They've got it. They've got momentum. I know they're eager to get out there and put it on display.
And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Prescott now from the 50. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up third.
That ball was tipped in the air, and while it ultimately fell incomplete, it caused a few anxious moments for the guy slinging it, who's had quite a day. He knows how to get it into the end zone. He's throwing it really, really well. And maybe Lady Luck is on his side because he avoided his first interception of the contest.
And they're going to mark him down short, maybe by about a yard, if that. A good effort there, 9 yards, but it's going to leave him looking at a 4th and 1. Tie game, fourth quarter, and they're going for this thing on 4th down. Now Prescott on 4th down. That ball complete to Isabella. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Prescott now, a perfect 8 for 8 to start the second half. Not bad. 1st and 10. This will be a gain of about 8 to the 27-yard line.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
On 2nd down, it's Freeman. And they'll bring him down at the 18-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. I tell you, they didn't give it to him much through the first 3 quarters, but when they have, he's been efficient. Maybe they ride him more here down the stretch.
Hey, I'm not sure it was actually in the game plan for him to have as few carries as he has, but it might play out really well for them now. As you noted, if they want to ride him down the stretch, he should have fresh legs.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. From the gun, it's a run for Freeman. And he's heating up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
Here comes the ball.
One of the bigger plays in the game thus far. The crowd getting into it as we come up on a big 3rd down.
Kill. 47.
To throw is Prescott. This one caught by Isabella. And he will be very close to a 1st down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down. Tell you what, he's been able to put the ball in some tight spots all game long. That throw, no different.
Yeah, a lot of people would call it a gutsy type of a throw. I think he looks at it as, I can do it, so it's not that big of a deal to me, and I'm going to keep firing.
Prescott to throw on 4th. That's complete right around the 8. And he gets the first down yardage he needs before he's brought down at the 6. So the decision to go for it turns out to be a good one. They get a couple of yards, and as a result, the drive keeps moving. It's now 1st and goal. And that didn't fool anybody. He's going to be dropped in the backfield. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. Getting down to the good stuff, all tied with 2 minutes remaining on EA Sports. So the Cardinals, they've got the football here as we get you reset. They've got it 2nd and goal as they look to grab a late lead. And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. The crowd here in the Dome making things difficult. 3rd and goal. They'll try and run. Freeman. And they're going to lose some on this play. Being knocked back to the 18. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to bring up a 4th down. And the kick by Gonzalez is good. And they have taken the lead here in the final 2 minutes. Big kick right there to give them the lead in the 4th, but there is still time left for a final drive.
Did they score too soon? Post-game will tell us, right? Depending on what happens on this drive, that's how we'll analyze it. If the other team scores, they scored too soon. If they somehow hold on, they've managed the clock exactly right.
Let's go, let's go, let's go.
The Saints take over 1st and 10.
The Saints offense on the field, ready to get their drive started. We have seen a lot of points here in this quarter. For us up here in the booth, it's been fun to watch. The defensive coordinators probably scratching their heads.
Yeah, they're going a little bit crazy right now, but let's face it, all of our friends who play fantasy, they're enjoying the heck out of this show because most of them are creating and getting a bunch of points.
Yeah, points certainly not at a premium here. Back to throw. It's complete to Lockett. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards. He'll look to throw. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Buda Baker with a pick, and he is going to get this one back to the 20-yard line.
And that one, oh, it's going to hurt big time. You're in the 2-minute drill trying to get your guys down the field, and it's looking like they're going to come up just short, as this is definitely not his best throw, and it'll wind up being intercepted.
They'll run with Freeman here to begin the drive. And he goes nowhere. He'll lose yardage back at the 17. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. And it's a fumble. And this is picked up by the Saints. Andy Isabella was the intended target.
Let's go now. 18 Gator. Bravo. Go.
Mike 14. Mike 14. Here we go. 14's the mic. 14's the mic. Don't get nervous.
Ready.
They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Toward the end zone, but that's going to wind up incomplete.
second and 10 at the 20-yard line.
So now one of the biggest kicks of the night is forthcoming. With 3 seconds to go, if it's good, we're off to overtime. And his kick is indeed good, and that will tie us at 24 all. It's a little teaching moment here. Overtime rules. Remind us how this goes, partner.
Okay, so in the past, we had sudden death. First team to score wins, but no longer. Now, if the team receives the ball, scores a touchdown, they win the game. If they kick a field goal, though, or don't score, the other team gets a possession. And after both teams get a possession, then we're into sudden death. First team to score wins the game.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Getting set for their next drive, the New Orleans offense. They control their own destiny here. They have the football in overtime. Obviously, a touchdown would win it.
And I think teams around the league are still adjusting to the idea of going downfield, scoring a touchdown wins the game, because they were used to just going downfield and trying to get in field goal range to win a game. Still having to make that transition. Let's face it now, the ones who are doing it best know they need to go down, attack, put the ball in the end zone, and not leave it up to a field goal and give the other team a chance.
Yeah, as we said, they control their own destiny now. 2nd and 14. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Marcel Darius flies in at 331 pounds for the sack. Well, it was 2nd and long. Now it's 3rd and even longer. They're going in the wrong direction here.
Because they're moving exactly the way they want to, but you're exactly right. Definitely going in the wrong direction for the offensive guys.
Here I come again. 58, right over there, right over there. Yeah, yeah. Mike,
Yep.
right there. Cover it.
Hey, wahoo! Hey.
58 to Mike. Hey, me and you all day. All day.
Recon, 132 fighter.
You.
And that'll set them back 5. After the delay, they're backed up even further for 3rd and long.
58, boys, 58. 58 is Mike. Let's go, D. Big series right here. We got to step it up. And 58 is a Mike. Go 58.
Now a first throw here in overtime. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 25. And his guys will take over at the 25-yard line. A costly mistake here in OT.
And you know what they say, when you throw an interception like that in overtime, you don't usually get a chance to throw a second one. I mean, I'm not sure the analytics on it. Let's ask Marvin.
Oh, Prescott stripped. The Saints say they have it, and they do. And a costly mistake. Coaches talk so much about ball security, and in overtime, so paramount.
Partner, do you ever wonder, maybe they talk about it too much?
Too much, yeah.
Doesn't seem like you can, but maybe by discussing it time and time again, and you know they overemphasized it here, it almost became self-fulfilling.
And any points beat them here. Field goal or a touchdown now. Tackle made there by Jordan Hicks. This being their second opportunity in overtime, 3rd overall drive, see if they can settle into a rhythm.
And that's what you're looking for. Get a few first downs, move the ball downfield, have some confidence, get yourself in a spot where you can at least kick a field goal to win it. But I tell you this, if I'm the play caller, I'm looking at that part of my sheet that says playmakers. Get the ball in their hands, critical situation, now's their time.
He's checking. Crash.
2 minutes left in this overtime session, and still all tied.
Come on, set. 70, Indy.
They'll go again with Bell. And running room scarce here. He's going to be stopped in his tracks at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, so that doesn't help. Now they're looking up at a 3rd and 9 situation.
58, Mike. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 47. And he'll return this ball across midfield to the 47-yard line. So we will see yet another drive in this overtime.
For whatever reason, neither team able to finish this game off. I know that the first thought is, does anyone really want to win it? But I think that they both desperately want to win it, and sometimes you force things, and that leads.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be down to just one remaining as we step aside here in overtime. Now this one from about 2 counties over after the sack. They come up on a second and very long. They run. Devontae Freeman. It'll be a pickup of 15 as that'll lead to third down. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. It'll be their second and final timeout, remember, here in overtime. We'll be back. New Orleans adding some depth to the secondary. They've got 6 DBs out there now for third. Prescott from the gun. Flush to his right. He may try and run for this. He opted to go with a scramble, gets 2 yards, and now it's 4th. A big call here in overtime. They're going for it on 4th down. Here's Prescott. Oh, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Swearinger. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
All right, let's go ahead and just add it up here. Their last 3 drives, 2 fumbles and an interception. Somewhere, to paraphrase one of the great coaches of the NFL, they're asking on that sideline, what the heck is going on out there?
Mike, go. Get it.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now a second timeout called for by the defense. They'll be left with just 1 remaining here at OT. 2nd and 14 as they've got work to do here after the sack. They'll set up to throw. All in all, no gain on the play, and it'll bring up third. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. That's their second and last timeout here in the overtime session. We'll be back.
I got you.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. He's got Lockett. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. A very solid gain of 27. Well, we haven't been shortchanged on offense. Another fun play to watch there on the deep pass.
This game has the feel of, what, a turkey bowl, a Thanksgiving day. You know, when we get together this year, when the Davises and the Gaudens get together, that's what our playbook's going to look like. Like they're drawing them up in the dirt, and so far it's working for both of them.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. It's brought in by Jamison Crowder. And he's going to get this down near the 30-yard line. He'll get 15 and a Saints 1st down. So it all rests now on the right leg of Will Lutz. This to win it in overtime. And he got it. The kick is good in overtime. He's able to split the uprights. And Bourbon Street, it'll be alive tonight. The Saints have won it. We were just treated to an absolute dandy in this one. A great finish in overtime with a long field goal. Everybody, including us, on the edge of their seats. Quite a game.
And it's rare that you get a game into overtime that it doesn't turn out to be a dandy, right? That's what we saw here. And just what you were talking about. A long field goal to win it. So definitely not a gimme. So there was tension all the way through until the ball went through the post.
But it did go through the post. Ice water was in his veins. So for New Orleans, they'll finish the first half of the schedule dead even at 4-4. And they'll be able to enjoy this one through the bye week before they get back at it again. Meanwhile, for the Cardinals, they drop back to